us yell and clap at the same time.
That's too much power.
No. Let's do it.
That's too powerful.
It's the exact amount of power that we need to exude.
You're gonna be recording this, and you're gonna be like, no.
This is The Mud Peddlers, a podcast where two nerdy ceramic artists share the behind the scenes of their worlds of clay. We're your hosts, Lindsey M Dillon.
And I am Donte of Earth Nation.
I expect nothing less. I keep the recording on low for the beginning. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, future Lindsey. I'm sorry.
You did that to yourself.
I did.
That's the sad thing.
I did. All right. Well, today we're going to be talking about sustainability in ceramics, and we're doing this because one of y'all fantastic listeners has asked us a question, and we love answering your questions.
We do, even though we're not the best people to answer them.
I mean, well, okay, that's just giving people a reason not to listen to the podcast at all. No, okay, we can talk about things within our realm of knowledge, but like, as we were preparing for this episode, we're like, okay, neither of us know enough to be able to talk about the sustainability of ceramics on like a macro level, like where are the like materials coming, like is the like what is the CO2 impact of mining feldspar?
Yeah, versus mining like wollastonite. Like we don't know that.
Yeah. So we're gonna be focusing a little bit more on like, okay, you as an individual potter or ceramic artist in the studio, what are some things that you can do and what do we do to kind of keep sustainability in mind with ceramics? In
the studio, at least. There's a bunch of... It's very strange to me that there's a certain amount of things that people... I'm going to try and be nice about it. I'm going to try and be nice about it.
This is what happens when Donte gets 14 hours of sleep.
I had a lot of sleep.
He gets intentionally nicer about things. That's great. Not that you're salty about that. Oh, fuck.
All the time. I'm going to try and be nice about it, but there is kind of a stereotype, especially in the artistic world, or in the ceramic art world, at least as far as I know, that there's a certain kind of person that gets into ceramic artwork as, like, a thing to do. You know, like, they're...
As though that's a bad thing, Donte.
Well, no, it's not a bad thing, but usually there are people with space, time, and money. Those three things are kind of rare for a certain generation of person. And I'm not saying that you're an old person. What I'm saying is usually people of me and Lindsay's age don't usually have like those things in abundance, you know? So whenever I get DMs or whenever I go to any kind of clay convention, there is very clearly a certain demographic of person there. That being said, a lot of their problems are kind of fixed with like either money or just throwing stuff away and buying a new one.
Oh.
And I find that very, very common with like a certain type of person. I'll be like, well, I didn't succeed in throwing a cup, so I guess I'm just gonna chuck this and get clay out of the bag new.
Oh.
And they just that type of thing is not what I like to call sustainable. At all. Yeah, I suppose it's less a demographic and it's more of like, there is definitely a certain type of person who just goes, this is now wasted, because they either don't have the knowledge base or they just don't understand that you can very easily reuse most things in ceramic artwork.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Even frit is really just like crushed up glass, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, because I guess that's true.
Yeah, the process in which they do it is crazy. You saw it on YouTube. It's insane. Even grog is like crushed up fired clay. It is recyclable to a large extent.
Yeah, not that we're the ones who are going to be doing that recycling
in
our own studios.
Yeah.
But I hear you. It's like there are some things that can help with reducing your waste in the studio.
Yeah, absolutely.
That are manageable for the average.
For what we do. Definitely. Like for example, I am a very, very large believer in recycling your clay. Even if you're mixing different clays of the same cone body, let's say you have a cone 5 whatever and you have a different cone 5 whatever, even if you want one or the other clay, mixing it to make a new amalgamation of clay is totally fine. Experiment. Yeah. Don't throw out your clay, recycle it. It really just takes a little bit of water and a blender. Before I had a blender, I was whipping it. I was using a whisk. It was fine.
Yeah, admittedly, I have gone through a couple phases before I had a decent way of recycling my clay, because now I'm kind of like, okay, I'm beginning to get into the habit more of like every few days I put a new like hunk on the slab that we made in that YouTube
Yeah.
video.
Yeah.
That I love that people are still tagging us in that.
We made a YouTube video on how to recycle your clay.
Yeah.
And even the slab you put it on to recycle it.
Yeah, which was gotten from Sue McLeod, as always. Thank you, Sue McLeod.
We love you, Sue.
Yeah, so she's the one who gave us the basically the tutorial for like how to. Well, she gave it to everybody.
Yeah.
And then we just made a video about it.
We used it. Yeah.
But anyway, so I'm getting into the habit more now of like frequently recycling my clay and also kind of paring down how I do it to make it more simple.
Right.
But I've definitely gone through phases where I have several hundred pounds of clay in the studio. And I don't know how y'all can probably...
I'm trying not to look at it.
Y'all can see it. But, like, eventually I'm going to get to it, hopefully. But I've literally, like, been like, okay, I just need to I've thrown bags of clay away. I've done it so many times because I would think, oh, I just need to, like, not recycle for, like, a year and then have one big recycle party. And that does not... That does not work.
You just put off putting off is what you did.
Yeah, it was not a good not a good idea.
I suppose my personality is more like if I do it in little increments here and there, I don't have to deal with a large amount of it later.
Yeah.
Just like it's like I'm one of those guys who's like if I wash my own singular dish right now and I do it every time I eat, I'll never have to wash dishes. Like if I just like scrub it real quick with soap and water and let it dry, I'll eat off the same fork for like 4 days.
Yeah.
Because I'll just wash that same fork, let it dry, and grab the same fork afterwards. But I see a lot of people seem to like bulk it, and then they're like, I'll do it at a later time.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. I never have to do it. Because that's the same way I recycle clay, is I have a little bucket next to my wheel, and my scraps and my slip and all my gunk and whatnot, little clay bits from trimming. I put it in there. I let it dry. It's just easier for some weird reason.
Yeah, I think it has to do with the water absorption with like bentonite or something like that.
Yeah, when you put wet clay scraps, I don't have any like proof, you know what I mean, in my head that I can scientifically tell you, but for some reason it breaks down easier, it absorbs water easier, it just works better.
If you basically let it dry out completely first and then add water.
And then add water, yeah. And then I have a little like Roybo drill from Home Depot or Lowe's, and I just mix it up and let it dry and it makes new clay. It's very, very, very easy to make new clay or recycle clay. You don't need a giant machine. You don't need any like special equipment. It's the number one way I think that you can be sustainable, especially with your own clay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think one of the nice things too is that like, okay, you're probably gonna hate me for saying this.
No, it's okay. You're already at the level of I like you enough to like.
I can afford to lose a few points.
Your credit is so high with me that if you like made a bad purchase and didn't pay it back, I'd be like, your credit's still good.
Okay, that's good. But like, if you do find yourself in a situation where you are, like myself, have been overwhelmed by how much clay you need to recycle, the nice thing about throwing away clay is that it is dirt.
Yeah, that's...
And like, it's not like you're throwing away like
plastic,
virgin plastic or whatever. So just so keep that in mind. Be kind to yourself. But like the nice thing about recycling clay is that if you are able to like get into the pattern of recycling it frequently, and there's a number of different ways that you can do that to make that work. Because I don't do it the exact same way that you do, of course.
No one,
yeah. But in addition to it being sustainable in terms of like using the resources, because you think like, okay, like the trucks that deliver the new bags of clay, like that takes up, that contributes to carbon emissions and things like that. But it also saves money, because if you can reclaim a bunch of your clay, you're saving yourself.
It saves tons of money.
Yeah.
I go to the store like once every 4 months for clay, and I buy like maybe 150 or 200 pounds.
Oh, okay.
And out of all of that, I have an amalgamation of all my favorite clays.
Yeah.
And so even though the colors get a little bit messed up on my clay bodies, I just never buy clay. I go like 3 times a year to the clay store.
Yeah. I usually buy clay once a year, and I buy like 1,000 pounds of it.
Yeah, you do.
But I also I'm realizing that because I'm getting down to the last 3 boxes
she
from my last
wall
order.
Behind me.
I did. It was a literal like wall.
She would have a wall.
Yeah. Oh Jesus. Nah, man. I cannot take any quasi Trump voice.
It was easy.
Stop it. But the only downside is that I've realized that as I get to, if I don't go through that clay fast enough,
Yeah.
it does start to get a little bit hard, and I'm realizing like wedging it is like hurting my elbows a little bit more.
Yeah.
But okay, so we kind of talk. Oh, last thing too.
Yeah.
Is that since we're not really going into the details here about like how to recycle clay, because that is, at least I think for the both of us, was one of the biggest things that we thought of in terms of like sustainability was recycling our clay. So you have a full-blown video on recycling clay. Okay, so folks can
I have a video on recycling clay, and then in which I use a plaster slab, and then we also have a video together of us making the plaster slab.
Okay.
Which both of them are super easy. It's like underneath $100, really.
Yeah. Okay, so folks can go to that and like look up if they, because
Do we link it in the show notes, or do we make them do the work?
Ooh, I'll try and link it in the show notes. We'll see if Future Me does it, hopefully.
You might have to do the work for it.
So what are some other sustainability things that you think of? Because I think, like, well, I guess I'll just say it. Both of us immediately thought of, like, packaging and shipping.
Yeah,
so how do you,
I will say that.
How do you navigate, like, environmentalism and sustainability with your packaging?
So I do have Ranpak, which is a 100% recyclable paper form of packaging. Mm-hmm. But I will also say I do still use packing peanuts, which I should not be using. I will straight up admit, even though I do it, I should not be doing it. Mm-hmm. That being said, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, they just get the peanuts. There's like actual nut shells.
Oh yeah,
that you can use for. Mm-hmm. No one likes those. No one likes those. They don't work, and my pottery broke for like a month straight with me just testing it. No, it's the packing peanuts. Even though there is a more sustainable way to pack stuff, that doesn't immediately mean that it's more efficient. Like, it's just not. And if you're shipping anything during the winter, they get wet way easier than packing peanuts. Ooh. They soak because they're more porous because they're organic, versus packing peanuts, which are like, I don't know if they're plastic or foam. And they have more cushioning. They have more give than literal nuts. They're just. I feel bad, but like, I've tried it and it didn't work. If there was another version of it that worked just as well as packing peanuts, to where my stuff didn't break, I would. Yeah. But the only thing that I do right now is I use cardboard boxes, recyclable. Mm-hmm. I use.
Oh yeah. So do you? Because you use. Do you use the post office boxes? I can't remember.
Yeah, I use the post office boxes.
Okay, yeah, and those are made from 100% recycled material.
Yeah, and they're also free from USPS. USPS will give them to you in order to. I will say they are a little bit thinner, but if you pack your stuff well enough, it doesn't break.
Yeah. So you use for the boxes. You use the USPS 100% recycled boxes.
Yes.
You use Ranpak. Could you go into detail a little bit about that for folks who may not know what that is?
Yeah, Ranpak is like this very thin piece of paper that's honeycomb shaped, and the honeycombs bump up against each other, so they give it space to absorb a little bit more energy. Mm-hmm. And it's also buffered in between like a very thin sheet of white paper. The entire thing's paper. There's no bubble wrap involved.
Is the white paper recycled?
It's all recyclable.
Okay. All is it also okay? So all of the Ranpak has been made for it's like post-consumer materials.
Even the the spindle in the middle is 100% paper. There's no plastic parts to it.
Okay.
I think even the thing they give you to turn, it's like you can tighten it or loosen it based on you pulling it out.
Okay. Yeah.
That's paper too.
Cool.
It's like a toilet. It's like a toilet thing.
Oh, like
when you end up wiping your butt way too much and there's no more paper on the butt thing.
like the spool type thing?
Thank you, the spool.
There we go. Okay, I think that's what it's called.
Even the spool is paper.
That's good.
You know the thing you use as a telescope when you're a
kid?
That
totally.
Thing. That's like hard paper.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so what about any other packing materials that you include in your packaging? Like, do you leave like notes to the people who have purchased your work?
Sometimes I give little love letters, but most of the time I don't.
Okay.
It's mostly to my patrons. If you're a patron of mine and you got like a special mug, I send you a little note.
Okay.
Yeah. But most of the time, I don't get any cards, nothing like that.
Okay. There was something else I was gonna ask. Oh, do you put like the packaging slip in there as well? Like, so on Etsy, basically what happens is when you when somebody like orders something, and you can print out the shipping label, and then also the essential like a copy of their order form to be like, hey, this is what you ordered, this is what's going to be in the box.
Oh,
and it's like a receipt basically.
No, I don't do the receipt because my receipts are essentially just online. I can pull them up and print them and give them to them anytime.
Gotcha.
But because for me that's just a waste. Anything that's redundant, I try not to do. The only other thing that I would say I could very much cut down on is I have a printer, and it's like a sticker piece of plastic.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I peel it off from the paper, and I put the paper on the box, and that's the address and the barcode and all that.
Right.
But the thing that it comes off of is technically like this filmy plastic.
Yeah, because it's like a sticker, but it's basically
a sticker. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no, I mean, I don't know of a way around it, but I use the small one, so mine's like maybe that big.
Oh, okay.
The USPS lady hates it. My mail lady hates it. She's like, I wish they were bigger. And I'm like, look, as long as your item, the gun in your hand, can scan it, we're good.
Yeah. And for our listeners who didn't see the hand shape that Donte just made, it's like what? Like the size of like an orange?
Yeah, I would say it's a little bit smaller than orange. It's in a rectangle shape, but it's about the height of an orange and maybe like 3/4 the width of an orange.
Okay.
It's not big at all. You know what? It actually looks like this, if you can see it on camera.
Our poor listeners. Y'all aren't second class.
Yeah.
I promise.
You're not second class. You just get half of the input.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I think we still do a good job of hitting both. But yeah, I ended up putting a decent amount of time into figuring out how to do like as sustainable packaging as I could. So I don't actually use packing peanuts. I use craft paper that's 100% recycled.
Oh,
and
right.
I basically just I use like if I'm packing 1 cup, I use probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I use like 7 sheets of paper.
Has that been working?
Yeah, it works great. I haven't had issue with breakage in a long time. But what I do, which is not great, is I use.
Said do.
I do.
Sorry.
Oh no. That'll go on the reel eventually that we do of like weird ass noises that the both of us have made.
We're so sorry.
Crap, what was it? Oh yeah, so I do use bubble wrap.
Yes.
The bubble wrap that I use is made from 30% post-consumer materials, and I get it from Uline.
Right, so it's the green one.
It's the green one, yeah. So the craft paper and the bubble wrap I get from Uline.
I see.
And then the boxes I use, the USPS boxes, that's 100% recycled paper.
Yeah.
I shop from Eco Enclose for some of my other things, so it's for our, well, I guess everybody. Oh, I can just link it in the show notes. What? Anyway, Eco Enclose is a company that has like really, really good. Sorry, bastard. I'm all looking down. You're making fun of me.
I'm sorry.
Okay? No, you're good. You're good. They have a lot of environmentally friendly packaging stuff. So I actually buy their biodegradable tape.
Okay.
It's not necessarily the most durable thing in terms of like you kind of got to press it down harder to get it to like stick. Yeah. And if you're using it for like long-term storage, it's great for shipping because the box is only going to be away from your hands before it's unpacked for like maybe 3 to 5 days or something like that.
So it's not like it breaks down within that time.
Yeah, no. It's just that if I were to package my family storage up in the garage, I may not use that tape because it's not as durable, but it works great, and I feel a lot better about like not adding that kind of plastic.
Yeah. Any plastic, really, I try and stay away from.
Yeah.
Like, even when we talk about, like, buying more bags of clay, I'm kind of like, that's more plastic.
Yeah.
I want to stay away from that.
Yeah.
You know?
We can, let me finish.
Sorry.
Let me talk more about myself and my packaging.
No, you're good. Sorry.
And because I do think that's an interesting point that we should carry on about.
Yeah.
But, just so I can thematically fit this in one chapter.
Yeah.
So I got the USPS box. I got the craft paper for like.
You're talking about the tape.
Yeah, for void fill. I got the tape. I do bubble wrap, which is the 30%.
Right.
And then I do for my receipts and my like notes that I give to my customers who like in my little like love notes as you call them. The envelope that I use is recycled craft paper. Okay. But the paper that's on the note inside and the receipt that I print out, those are all like new paper.
Paper in general, I feel like is I'd much rather use paper than plastic, period.
Yes, but if you can use the recycled paper, that's better than using like fresh paper. I
wonder with the tape option, right? Is if I decide to try and use the type of tape that you use, right, and it's not as sticky, will I innately try and use double the amount of tape in order to safely package my stuff up?
I don't think you would need to.
Okay.
Because, like,
Because for Scotch, I'm just like, done.
Yeah.
Like one line per angle.
No, you can still do one line.
Okay.
You can still do one line per angle.
Okay.
It's just that you kind of got to like press it down a little bit harder, but like I don't know.
Yeah,
to me,
yeah.
that's like a minor
that's
the
fine.
thing. But I do have, if you want to take one home today, I'd be more than happy to like give you a roll to see how you like it.
I might try it out. Yeah. Like doing a tiny bit more work to be a little more environmental doesn't really hurt me or my bottom line. But like I just use Scotch tape right now, and Scotch is just like it's strong,
it's
man.
Solid, yeah.
I get stuck on me, and I'm like, that's gonna be there for a week. And if you peel it off fast enough, you're like, there goes the hair.
Yeah,
that hair is gone.
Cheaper than waxing.
Wait.
Oh God, screw that.
Sorry.
Screw that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny actually. I'm glad that we're talking about this today because last week, somebody had asked me about. Oh my gosh. It was something to do with like packing stuff and like I think like where I get my boxes or something like that. And she wasn't necessarily asking like as an environmental thing. She was kind of just curious about the process. Yeah. But I wrote her back this hell long message being like, this is all the things that I do to try and be sustainable. And she was like, whoa, like this is great. And I'm like, yeah, sorry. I know that was like a long message, but like nobody ever asked me about this stuff. And I put a lot of like effort into like, and money too, because it is cheaper.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I think it is cheaper to buy like the plastic stuff, the so sometimes it does cost a little bit of money, so it's nice to like have the opportunity to talk about it because it is so important, even though like yes the on the macro level of recycling and environmentalism, there's only so much that we can do as individuals, even though we've been sort of culturally taught that it goes down to the individual.
No, you could use the word brainwashed.
You
can use the word brainwashed. Companies be like, it's your fault. Shut up.
Yeah, because they don't want to be regulated.
They don't want to.
But I find I like being able to do things to try and be more like environmentally sustainable. So anyway, I'm glad we're talking about this. Yeah.
Well, it's for me personally, it just so happens that all the things that the less dependence I need on a system, the stronger and more dependent I feel on myself. You know what? Like the more independent I feel. So like I don't want to keep going to the store to buy clay, so I just recycle my clay, and my brain goes, I ain't going to the store. Like, I'm not going to spend more money on a thing that I could very easily make myself if I just have these 2 pieces of equipment and a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Or, like, making your own glaze is a large one for me, not because you're not, like, wasting tons of plastic bottles. It's more because I get to control what's in my glaze. But that helps me on 2 different fronts, right? I'm not buying more plastic, and I get to control my medium more to express myself as an artist. Yes, I will take that all day. It takes a bit of training, but, like, once you got it, you got it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that one's as environmental as I think it is, because my brain goes, well, I'm not buying plastic.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's, like, for that one, I don't know as well either, because I can point to not buying more of like the small bottles of glaze as being more environmentally friendly. I don't really know.
I don't know.
I don't know about. Yeah, for like mining the materials, I don't know what the impact of that is. But I mean, even just not like buying more of the small containers is a good thing. I mean, I think there's like one glaze that I'll still like regularly buy because I haven't put in the time to learn how to make the version of it that I would want. But it's saturated gold. Yeah. From, what is it, Amico, I think?
I agree with you. I think that's a Potter's Choice one, or if that's...
Yeah, I think it's a Potter's Choice.
No, I agree with you, because I have that same issue where, like I'm good enough now with making my own glazes to use a glaze and understand they probably did this thing in order to get it. This is the colorant they used, this is the pigmentation they used at this percentage. I know that I can make it more glossy, I can make it melt more, I can change the flux and stabilize and all that. That being said, every single time I look at Fire Brick Red, my brain goes, I want to make that glaze, but I don't want to use mason stains. And I know you're using mason stains.
What's the problem with mason stains?
I don't want to use mason stains. Oh my
god.
It's a challenge for me.
Okay, alright.
I just don't want to use mason stains. And so every time I try and make that specific color, I'm like, I can make that base all day, every day, no problem.
Yeah.
I can't make that color without mason stains.
Yeah.
It makes me so angry.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
So I have to go buy Fire Brick Red all the time.
Yeah. Yep. So we were talking earlier about grabbing or reusing like plastic bags for when you recycle clay. So
yeah,
do you want to talk more about that?
Yeah, what I usually do whenever I buy clay is that I save one of the bags, because when I recycle my clay, I just put it in that same bag.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like to or need to put it in a different bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That being said, since we were just talking about this the other day, using the bags that you get your clay in to cover your greenware
not good.
To keep it from drying out.
Don't do that.
Yeah, that we don't necessarily recommend.
Garbage bags are fine.
Big garbage bags.
They're better, actually.
Yeah.
Because they're not as stiff, and so they form over your stuff a lot better. And
without deforming it.
Way better without deforming it. And like it happens to a lot of beginners, I think, is they make like a cup, right? And the teacher goes, cover it in plastic, and they go, oh, okay, I know where some plastic is. And they get like the stiff, hard dome, and they go,
Bink. And they just put it over the top
like
a little like fern, like a glass dome, like
tons of air holes at the bottom. Yeah. They can't form it around it. It's bad. And then they're like, my stuff dried out.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah. One of the things that I find funny is that like with people reusing things, is there is like this unspoken cultural thing with ceramic artists, I feel like, where we all just love the buon talenti gelato containers.
Yeah.
Those, oh my god. Okay,
it's
I know.
Weird.
Okay, I'm gonna grab one.
Don't grab one.
I'm gonna grab one.
We all have these.
We do, but like,
if you eat ice cream, you have these. Especially like first world potters.
Yeah.
Have a lot of these.
Oh yeah. But like, buon talenti. Or, I guess it's just Talenti. I guess it used to be Buon Talenti. But anyway, Talenti, sponsor us, please. Seriously. Because it's like, they're just...
Talenti, if you send us ice cream to eat on... Lindsay's about it. On cam, we'll do it. You ain't even got to sponsor us. Give me ice cream.
I mean, why not both?
Yeah, both is fine.
Yeah. But, like, also ice cream. That would be pretty great. But, I love that there's just, like, this universal thing. Whereas, like, we just love these.
I see those in a bunch of studios.
They're perfect. They're so perfect.
Because they have just enough for the amount of glaze that you need. Is it a pint?
I think, I think it's a pint.
A bottle of glaze, usually when you buy it, is a pint anyway.
Well, what I love, too, is that it's so freaking durable.
Yeah.
Like,
it's hard plastic.
Yeah, it's hard plastic.
You should be, if you have one of these, you should be reusing them. Like, have like 3 or 4, and then put your glazes in there, mix them up, or whatever you put in there. And then that's your...
I use it for my oxides and slip, to be honest.
But that's like, if I have one of those, that's my red on oxide container forever. I'm not buying more of them. The amount of plastic you buy is...
The only trouble is that I eat more
I eat more ice cream.
I eat more ice cream than I do, so, there's definitely more that I should be doing on a personal level for, like, environmental stuff. Like, not just in the studio, but in my, like, life outside of the studio.
Agreed.
Because I still end up throwing away plastics. I mean, like, it's ridiculous, but my apartment doesn't even have, like, a recycling container. It sucks.
Recycling is bad. I mean, recycling's not bad, it's just it's given up. Like, the recycling corporation, the thing that recycles for us, the system has just failed, and so
more needs to be done than just recycling can do.
I know this is a ceramic art podcast, but we need to stop pretending like the individual responsibility to recycle is with killing the earth. It's really companies who are just dumping junk and not being regulated, realistically. And the only way to fight them is just not buy their products. And then you have to research what products do what, not buy them, and it's it's more complicated. It's gray than it,
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways that we can put pressure on those companies to do that. But anyway, that's a whole.
It's like any soda you drink ever is probably one of those companies.
Yeah.
Unless it's very, very, very special soda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay. Are there any other recycling things that you or sustainability things that you can think of?
Not personally for myself. I would love to hear some comments for sure, because I'm sure there's somebody yelling at the YouTube video right now. Like, why did you do
and
that?
The podcast, Donte. Yeah. Don't forget about the podcast.
I forget that this is the double now. But I'm sure there's people who are like, "What about this?" And I'm just not thinking about it.
Yeah. I'm kind of in that same boat. Because I think there's also the thing to keep in mind is that there's always more that you could do, but you also got to factor in time for some things. I've had some folks say, that, oh, like, why don't you, like, because, you know, when we do, like, Link Day or something like that, when we break our finished glazed pieces that that need to be smashed, you know, some people will say, like, oh, like, why don't you save those and, like, make them into a mosaic tile or something like that.
Yeah, that's...
And I'm just like, you know, I could. But it's like, how do I want to spend my time? So it's also, like...
Will you buy that also?
Yeah, I guess that's... Yeah.
Because the answer's no.
Yeah, most of the time.
Yeah,
it depends. It depends. But my point is that, like, as you're figuring out how to best, like, develop a sustainable practice, I feel like there's 3 points where it's like there's the time it takes, there's the money it takes.
Is the juice worth the squeeze?
Yeah. And I think it's okay to not necessarily always feel like you have to be like 100% sustainable all the time every day, because that's a lot, and baby steps are better than no steps.
Absolutely. So recycling your own clay, if anyone's not recycling their own clay right now, just starting that process is better than... I ran out of battery. It's
no!
Okay. I have an extra battery in the car though.
Oh, okay.
So it's okay. We're live again. We're live again.
We are we technically necromancers now? Because we're live again. Dante's camera died.
Yeah, it did.
Okay, so anything else that that you can think of for sustainability? Any like kind of last thoughts? The last thing that we kind of left off was just like baby steps for, you know, it's better to start with something. You were saying if you've never recycled your clay, that's a good place to start.
Recycling your clay is a very good place to start. I think another good place to start is to realize what your high usage for your area is for as far as electricity goes, and then try and fire your kiln load whenever the non-usage hours are.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
I started doing that last summer because the bills were...
Oh, yeah.
Like...
Because what people like to do is they like to say, oh, the electricity for a kiln isn't that much. It's kind of like running your dryer, which is true. Usually, like, your kiln is basically a dryer plug for our area anyway. It takes the same amount of electricity. No, it doesn't. It takes the same amount of power it does to run a kiln as it does to run a 40-amp dryer. That being said, what a lot of people omit is the fact that it's like running your dryer for 9 hours straight. That's what it's like. Does it take the same amount of power? Yes. The same amount of electricity? Those are not the same. So if you really want to try and reduce the amount of electricity, or at least the strain on the system as far as the amount of electricity that it takes to do your craft, try and see the usage hours for your area. Not only does it save you money, it technically saves the system electricity. Puts less stress on the system itself. I know I fire mine usually on Friday, Saturday nights in like the dead of night, because our area at least is like anytime after 7 or 8 p.m. you're good.
Yeah, I usually start firing mine at like 9 p.m.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, if I really need to like rush a thing, I will fire it at any time of day if I like really need to like have a loadout like the next day.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the most part, I do the same thing, because after, I think it's like, like after 8.
Yeah.
I think the high usage hours are between like 5 and 8 or something like that.
Yeah.
But
those hours changed a bit for COVID because everyone was home all of the time. But now that, not really, but now that the workload is starting to go back to the workforce, it's like, all right, well, you're not home during 9 to 5 usually, so you good?
I'm trying to get a little crumbly bit.
Do you want some rice?
No. Yeah. Do you?
It's rice right here.
Are you not gonna eat it?
I'm good.
Oh my god, I'm gonna eat it.
I'm actually trying to eat healthy too. Like, this has no milk in it.
Oh my god, you're right. Good for you, dude.
This is also very low sugar.
It's kind of ironic that we're talking about sustainability when we're eating from these, like...
Cardboard.
I don't even know, like...
Those are recyclable. Yeah.
But are they made out of recycle? I don't know.
I do not know if they're made out... That's also two different factors. Like, is something recyclable, and are you going to recycle it? Versus, is something made from recycled material, and I suppose are you going to recycle that too?
Yeah.
But those are definitely two different factors. Like, I think a large portion of it for me personally is to say, like, what can I repurpose this for? It's like I just started messing around with like planting food, right?
Oh yeah,
in the backyard. A lot of people were like, you can just use like little like cardboard, like these kinda like milk cartons, the paper ones.
Oh yeah.
Plant stuff in there, root it, take it out when you're done. Because otherwise you got to put it in like ceramic or glass.
Oh, okay.
And what are you going to do? Break it to like get it out?
Oh, yeah.
Right. So everyone's like, any extra terrible paper things you have around the house, just use that. And that's another, like, oh, I don't have to throw everything away.
Yeah.
I can just reuse it. Unfortunately, there's a point where I have to stop buying that item because I have too much of it to reuse.
Yeah.
You know?
That actually reminds me, and maybe this will, like, as a little, like, last note for folks.
Yeah.
NPR has a podcast called Throughline, and it's, like, their history podcast. They have an episode that talks about the history of recycling, and it is fascinating.
Dude.
Because, like, people literally, they had to, like, literally do public education campaigns to teach people to throw things away.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And it's weird. So like, as we're discussing, like, reusing things and stuff like that, like that, and it's like, I don't know, 45-minute episode or something. So listen to it. It's super interesting, and I'm gonna put this in my face. And that's it for today. Thank you for listening to The Mud Peddlers with Lindsey M Dillon
and Donte of Earth Nation.
Want to say hi and see what Donte and I are working on in our studios? Check out the show notes for links to our websites and social media below. You can find me at lindseymdillon.com. That's LINDSEY, M as in monster, DILLON.com. And on Etsy, Instagram, and Facebook at Lindsey M Dillon.
And you can find me at Earth Nation Ceramics. It's spelled exactly how you think it's spelled, but you can also find me on my Facebook fan page and Instagram at the same name at Earth Nation Ceramics.
If you enjoyed hanging out with us today, or you have a question or topic you'd like us to discuss, take a second to rate and review The Mud Peddlers in Apple Podcasts. It helps our podcast reach new listeners, and we really appreciate the feedback. Thanks again, and we'll catch you next time.